This was a very messy show, and I did not like it. There's quite a few plot holes, too. One plot hole is that Captain Rambo has been in there before. Apparently, she's been missing for 2 years. So that's how long she's been in there, right? Well, later, to make you feel for one of the side characters, I think her name was Beverly. She's like, hey, my husband went on a business trip. I just want to warn him to not come back here. So, does that mean he's been on a business trip for 2 years? Because 2 years is after the snap, because the snap was 5 years ago. So if he went on a business trip 2 years ago, then obviously it's after the snap. So he didn't get snapped by Thanos. Did he randomly get killed on his business trip? It doesn't make sense. Why even put that in there? Darcy is back. We saw her in Thor the Dark World, which is like almost 10 years ago. Crazy, right? That was like her last appearance. Because she was connected to Jane Foster, and Jane Foster left the MCU. And they had a hell of a time bringing her back just for an Endgame appearance. So anyway, Darcy's back. She doesn't do much. She sort of helps. She's the reason Sword gets involved to stop all this. That's about it. Later, she crashes into Harland, and then she just disappears. She's like, have fun in jail. I'm gonna teleport out of this car and disappear from the rest of the scenes. And she crashes into Harland, and then she's just gone. Later, we see the car, and it's empty. And then we never see Darcy for the rest of the episode. Clearly, she wasn't that important. And I also didn't like how they tried to make you sympathize with Wanda. I do understand her grief, and I do feel bad for her. But she kept all these people hostage. She knew it. There's plenty of times where they tried to escape, too. Like, Dottie tried to talk to her, and like, who are you? Why are you doing this? She just breaks the radio. And then that sets her back into, her character. Then she literally sends Captain Rambo through a wall all the way back to where she was, I guess. Just for, mentioning her past. Because she's trying to hide her past. Doing everything to hide it. And we're supposed to be like, oh, she's a good person. Her ways are just, not the best. I also thought her and Captain Rambo was so weird. She was like, hey, if I could, I would bring my mom back if I had your power. So I understand why you did it. But at the same time, she kept you away from your mother. You didn't get to spend your last moments with her. She died while you were sitting in Westview, not even knowing who you were, playing a character the Scarlet Witch made for you. Yet, oh look, they sympathize with each other. No. I don't understand it. Quicksilver is kinda here. Like, he's in one episode. I guess that's all they could afford him for. Then he shows up for one more scene. And it just kinda ends abruptly. Clearly he's mind controlled by Agnes or whatever. So conveniently, she just breaks his necklace. Throughout the show, every time someone was mind controlled with Scarlet Witch, Scarlet or Vision had touched their head. This guy was wearing a necklace. She doesn't really have those type of powers. So she couldn't break the mind control. So like, oh shit, what are we gonna do? Oh, he's gonna wear a magic necklace. I get that Agatha's different than Scarlet Witch, but why would she do something so stupid and so simple that could easily break mind control when he was a central part of her plan? What if Scarlet Witch accidentally knocked his necklace off when he was, trying to get information from her? Or if the kids would have grabbed it as a joke because he always was playing with the kids. It just seems so stupid. Why would she have a necklace to mind control him? She could have done anything with her powers. And that's what she chose. It's stupid. Jimmy Woo is back. He had a small role in the Ant-Man movies. He was kind of cool. But yeah, he's back. He doesn't do much. And I also didn't care for episode 4. It's not the episode itself. It just tries to rush things so quick. It's the first episode where we see Sword is trying to intervene and trying to help Scarlet Witch because they think she's in trouble too. The next thing we know, they know. Obviously, we see why and how they find out. But the next thing we know, this is the first episode that we're finding out that they're investigating Scarlet Witch. They immediately find out near the end of the episode because Captain Rambo, like I mentioned earlier, gets shot through like 6 things. And she's like, oh, Scarlet Witch is a part of it. No shit. If you didn't know, you really weren't paying attention to the show. Pretty obvious that Scarlet Witch was in control of this. Yeah, I did not care for this show at all. At all. It wasn't necessarily bad, but did not care for it.